See? But when you are living passionately for some goal to be achieved, at the same time have dispassion. And don't get lost only in the mechanics, dynamics of your life, but also have compassion for the people around you. When these three things become together, a great personality is born. See? What is the passion? You must have seen, on this, what do you call that, Discovery Channel or Animal Planet. Once I was seeing about some fish, some documentary, and there is one girl, names I don't remember, one white girl. And she is working only for protecting that particular species of fish, which is on the verge of extinction, and there are hardly few hundred or thousand in the world, in a particular area, in some sea. And she has totally given her life only for that, nothing else in the world. This is called as passion. Unless we are passionate, we cannot be committed. Unless we are committed, we cannot be centered. Unless we are centered, we cannot bring out the best in us. See, friends. Therefore, whatever we have to do in life, we have to be passionate. Then only we are able to apply ourselves fully. But when we are passionately working, at the same time, dispassion. Means what? Whenever, now be clearly understanding this point, passion means what? We are fully available to any given job at any given time for any length of time. That is called as passion. Suppose we have to study, then we are fully available for study. Suppose we have to play, then we are fully enjoying the game. If you are watching the movie, fully enjoy the movie. See, our condition is when we are studying, our mind goes on cricket match. What is the score? England versus Australia. And when we are watching the cricket match, then we remember my friend, he was there, now he is not there. And when we are with a friend, then we remember our studies. In short, we are not there where our mind is, and our mind is not there where we are. See, friends, passionate lifestyle means you are fully available all the time. See, friends, life becomes so simple. You don't have to repeat the same thing twice, only once. In Valmiki Ramayana, Bhagavan Ramachandra says, Ram does not use the second arrow. One arrow is enough for one job. Ram does not say the same thing twice. Only once said, it is done. In the same manner, we have to be that perfect. And that perfection will come in us when we learn this art of passionately getting involved whatever we are supposed to do in our life. See, friends, then what happens? Then we remain as Mr. Nobody. We all are constantly carrying the load of Mr. Somebody. How we become somebody? Suppose the child is there. Suddenly we become grown up. And who is a grown up person? He who does not allow the child live happily is a grown up person. If the child is standing, why are you standing? Sit down. If the child sits down, why are you sitting? Stand up. If the child is eating his nails, why do you eat your nails? Eat my nails. Arey Ram, Ram, Ram. Why this happens? Because before the child, we don't want to be childlike. We become grown-ups. And who is a grown-up? He who has to find out everybody's faults is a grown-up person. See, friends, on the contrary, if we are with the children, childlike, if we are with the teenagers, ha ha hoo, and if we are with the oldies all the time hanging the face down, then you are Mr. Nobody. See, friends, and such a person alone can be a fit instrument in every society, in every gathering. See, friends, this ability to merge and not to stand out apart is called as living with passion, not living with fashion. See, and once we understand this principle, then what will happen? We will remain as nobody, and when you are nobody, you don't have to prove anything before anybody. There is one lady from Europe somewhere. One day she asked me a question. Swamiji, you know me for last so many years. I said, yes, I know you. You have got so many bones, you have got so many intestines, you have got so many things around. No, not that way. You know me, I am a spiritual. I said, yes, you are spiritual. Why I cannot be as happy as you are? Why I am not able to experience that happiness? I said, Mama, you don't have beard, therefore. See? No, don't do like that. Please tell me something. What is the reason? I said, I'll tell you, but no argument, no discussion. After I tell you, I stop. And you stop. This subject is over. Okay. Then I said, look here. Your whole life has been a struggle to prove something to somebody. Alas, you don't know what you want to prove and to whom. Watch. We are constantly trying to prove something to somebody. As a result, we don't remain what we are. We constantly become somebody or the other. And then our life is like a catwalk. You know, these girls in this fashion parade, they walk on that ramp. How they walk, it's called a catwalk, isn't it? If you watch next time, observe this. This is given in the 19th chapter of Gita. See, when they walk, their walk is left foot here, right foot should come in front of the left foot. And then like this, and then like this. This is how the cats walk. And therefore it's called as a catwalk. Don't remain like a human being, become cats. And this is how the fashion parade is. In the same manner. Our whole life is a constant struggle to prove something to somebody. And in that struggle, we get lost. We don't know what we want to prove. See? Therefore, we are unable to remain what we are. So to work passionately means let us be dedicated, committed to whatever we have chosen and work to that. And dispassion association means what? But when we are committed to something, let our obsession be not imposed on others. Second thing. This happened in Bengal, many years before. I went to somebody's house, husband, wife, and a child. And whenever we go, people normally complain. Husband complains about the wife, wife about husband. And because I had to take food, I had to listen also. So I listened. So this husband told me, Swamiji, my wife is good, but what is butting? She is so lazy and so unkept. I get fed up. So I kept quiet. What can I do? So he took me in their bedroom. Swamiji, come, I'll show you. I said, my God, now what I have to do here?